What I see is what is wrong with it. We do charity work for poor communities.
That's great. Who's we?
My uncle. I work for him.
Oh, Uncle Pablo.
Maria is like a daughter to me.
Welcome everybody to another Native Thoughts right here, another Native Thoughts review, another Native Thoughts podcast. But before I go on with the review, if you are watching the exact same audio, if you're listening to the exact same audio on Soundcloud Native Thoughts, you can watch the exact same video review on YouTube video format. You know, if you're watching the exact same video on YouTube, you could listen to the exact same audio on SoundCloud. Vice versa, you could do both. You could do anything. I will try my best to do a sound and video thing. YouTube probably the more mainstream one, but let's get back to my review. It's a movie that came out a couple months back on VOD. I don't even think it came out on Blu-ray. I don't think it has. And I've seen it in a while, so bear with me with the story because I haven't had a chance to review it because I forgot about it, and I was like, oh yeah, I did see this. And it's Escobar, Paradise Lost. Starring Benicio del Toro as Pablo Escobar, Josh Hutcherson, I forget his character, but as a surfer, American surfer, a Canadian surfer, my bad. He's a Canadian surfer starting to build his own surfing charity club for the kids right there in Colombia and Cuba. And he falls in love with Maria. He's how generous she is. She just gives him a truck out of nowhere. She says, "Here, you want the truck? Keep it. I don't need it." And she's generous to everybody. Everybody knows her in town, and he's wondering who is that. And he finds out, knows that she knows that that is the niece of Pablo Escobar. Not knowing Josh Hutcherson's character, who Pablo is, what Pablo does, he thinks he's just a government guy. He thinks he's just a powerful governor, a mayor, whatever. Prime minister, whatever. And little he knows, he finds out what Pablo does, who he is. He kind of figures out. So he builds a relationship with Maria, and then becomes involved with some serious shit with Pablo and stuff that it's not that serious, but it's stuff that he has to follow orders. That's the basic plot of the movie. And you know the story of Pablo Escobar. The one thing that I have to say right off the bat, I'm going to make this really short. The one thing I have to say right off the bat is Benicio del Toro. Hands down, the guy knows how to play weird, creepy. He knows how to play good. One of my favorite times I love Benicio is when he's talking Spanish. Because his Spanish, his Spain type of accent, Spanish really comes off like crisp and clear and good. It's really great, and I think he shows more range of characteristic. And when he does American role, they're more weird and fucking creepy, but they're good. And same with the Che Guevara biopic that he does, amazing. The one thing that this does is that it doesn't focus so much on Escobar. It focuses on the Escobar being the main villain of what could happen. Josh Hutcherson and Maria, that's their story. It's a fake love story revolving on the real life characters. It's a fake movie. It's a fake love story revolving on the real life character, which is Pablo Escobar. And as it does, Josh Hutcherson does well holding himself. The character actress of playing Maria is okay, but I feel like sometimes it's hard to understand her at some point. She has like that Sofia Vergara thing going on, and it's a really. The one thing is like I loved the movie at one point, but I realized I loved it when Benicio's in it, and he's not in it for that much. I think it's just a basic story when Josh Hutcherson and the character of Maria are in it, because it's a simple basic love story that you know how it's gonna end, and the way it ends is kind of but you realize you really loved it. This movie could have been so much more if it was just a movie about Pablo Escobar with Benicio del Toro. It would have been entertaining. The fact that it's not that really dumbs it down, because the most entertaining part I had is when I'm watching Pablo Escobar character. It's entertaining. You see this powerfulness. It's not as much as the character by Curtis. I forget his Curtis whatever. No, not Curtis. It's the guy who comes on Training as a Troll. He comes on in the movie Blow with Johnny Depp. He plays the small part of Pablo Escobar. It's not as much that range. It's more creepy. It's more masculine. It's more family oriented type. And I really enjoyed that part from it. And I really have to say, this movie's just watch it at home. I think it's gonna be on Netflix if it comes out. It feels like a Netflix movie. Watch it on Netflix. It's okay, but it could have used more Pablo Escobar by Benicio del Toro. That would make they made it way more better. But that's all I really have to say about Escobar Paradise. Is like, it's a small movie. It's a short review for a small movie. I really enjoyed it at some points, which just been so story. But I was just like I just say, watch it on Netflix, right now on Redbox. It's just okay. You know, you realize that Benicio was the best thing holding on that movie. And I hope you guys like my reviews. Hope you guys keep listening to my reviews, keep watching my reviews, my videos. Like, subscribe, follow, doesn't matter, do all that shit. Hope you guys have a good day. Bye, everybody.